Yes, football fans, welcome to Social Soccer. This is the results show. We've got loads to cover today. It was a full game week across the whole of Europe, so of course we're going to bring you the roundup and just let you know everything that happened. Unfortunately, that is it now for a couple of weeks because one of the most prestigious and well looked forward to football tournaments is now back. That's right, it's the Nations League. What a load of fucking bollocks that is. We've just had the Euros. We've just had the Olympics. Football is back. It's just got started. And then they stop it again. So we can do this Nations League nonsense. Like, nobody cares about it. All it's going to do is make players travel, then pick up injuries. Like, football has just come back. We just waited all summer for it. It's back. And then it stops again because of this Nations League nonsense. Like, nobody cares about it, but don't get me started on that. Anyway, look, a big welcome to the show. Thank you to everybody who subscribed. Like, the amount of subscribers we've had to the show has been absolutely phenomenal. So a big thank you to you all. That's probably off the back of the crazy transfer window we had. So if you're tuned in throughout the transfer shows, the daily transfer shows, of course, they will be back when the window reopens. However, look out because we're going to be bringing to you another transfer show, a special transfer show, because you won't believe who is still on the free agents list. There's a whole host of players still on the free agents list that can still move. So we'll be bringing that to you tomorrow. We'll be rounding all of that up for you. So stick around for that one. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well if you're brand new. But let's jump into the fixtures. Let's show you exactly what happened on this weekend of football, because let's face it, it was a mad one. So, Friday night saw Torino beat Venezia 1-0. An 86-minute winner from Sal Coco settled the tie. Torino unbeaten after 3. If you've watched the transfer shows, you will know they have had plenty of outgoings as well. So, a very good start for them. Inter Milan, they thumped Atalanta 4-0. A double from Marcus Thuram keeps them unbeaten going into the international break. Bologna and Empoli shared the points on Saturday, 1-1. Both goals actually coming in the first 3 minutes of the game. Bologna, so good last season, they're still looking for their win in the first 3 games of this. Lecce, they beat Cagliari 1-0 to get their first win of the campaign. Lazio and AC Milan, look, they played out a cracker. It finished 2-2. Pavlovic and Leao for AC Milan. The home side, look, they probably edged it overall. Goals from Castellanos and Dia, then that ensured both sides ended up with a point. Napoli got a 2-1 win over Parma. So Parma led the game 1-0 after a Boni penalty on 19 minutes. Then Zion Suzuki was shown a red card for Parma on minute 76. That led to Napoli cranking up the pressure. Lukaku got his debut goal for the club to make it 1-1 in minute 92. And then unbelievably, Frank Nguisa, another ex-Premier League player of course, ex-Fulham, he made it 2-1. So, another massive game in Italy. That was a great assist as well by David Neres to set up that winner. Napoli, they're now on 6 points from 9. Fiorentina and Monza shared the points on Sunday. A 2-2 draw, thanks to a 96-minute equaliser from new man Robin Gosens, broke Monza hearts. Milan Juric and new man Daniel Maldini got the goals for Monza, but they still remain winless. As for Fiorentina, it's 3 draws in the first 3 now for this campaign going into the break. Verona, they beat Genoa 2-0 away from home. That's 6 points from a possible 9 for Verona, so a good start to the season for them. Juventus and Roma shared the points 0-0. Many new faces on the show, such as Salamakers and Cop Miners, but nobody could break the deadlock in that one. And Udinese, they beat New Boys Como 1-0. Patrick Crotone missed a penalty for Como in the 95th minute. Cesc Fabregas' team still searching for that first win. However, Udinese, great start to the season for them. So there you have the Italian roundup. Massive result for Inter Milan, 4-0 against Atalanta. Inter Milan, to be honest, under Inzaghi, they've had a very good transfer window, I feel. Bringing in Augusto, bringing in Martinez, like Frattesi as well, and of course Zielinski from Napoli. All 4 players have come from Serie A, so they've bought 4 out of their 5 players, the other was a defender from Argentina, 4 out of their 5 players know the league and have performed very well in the league last season. Marcus Thuram, great start for him, top scorer. So look, Inter always up there, and I think they're going to be challenged this season though. Juventus, they've spent big. We covered the Cup Miners deal. Douglas Luiz has come in, don't forget, as well as Khafre and Thuram. They've also, under Thiago Motta, got a very new manager who plays good football. It wasn't quite on show in the Roma game. They couldn't really get going, but Roma, new players on show as well under De Rossi. Lazio looked very good against AC Milan. AC Milan were a bit hit and miss. Of course, they bought Tammy Abraham as well. Like, so many moving parts in Serie A. So we're going to be covering that quite a lot this season as well, because there are so many talking points. And get your comments in as well. Like, who do you think is going to win the league this season in Italy? Who has been the best buy? Who has had the best window? There's loads to speak about there. And a shout out to Udinese as well. Great start, joint top, unbeaten. Keep an eye on them. So Italy, lots going on there this season, and like I say, some very interesting results. So more drama in the Premier League this weekend. Arsenal and Brighton shared the points in Saturday's early kick-off. Kai Havertz opened the scoring for Arsenal, but João Pedro, he got Brighton's equaliser. Declan Rice controversially sent off for the Gunners. Brentford, they got the 3 points against Southampton with a 3-1 win. Goals from Visa and a double from Mbeumo. Clearly looking fine after, of course, Ivan Toney left for Saudi Arabia. Southampton, not a great start for them. Shocking start to the season. Everton versus Bournemouth, this was insane. I was there. If you know me, I go to every game, home and away, and I don't really have any words for what happened. But what I can tell you, Everton cruised to a 2-0 lead. Goals from Michael Keane and Calvert-Lewin on minutes 50 and 57. Bournemouth struggled. Didn't have a shot on goal until the 88th minute, and then goals from Semenyo, Cook on minute 92 with his first ever Premier League goal, and Sinisterra, he won it in minute 95. Unreal scenes, and that is the shortest ever comeback from 2-0 down in Premier League history. Everton, 3 games, 3 losses. Bournemouth, unbeaten going into the break. Ipswich and Fulham, they shared the points in a 1-1 draw. Goals from Liam Delap for Ipswich, his first since joining from Man City, of course, and Adama Traore, he equalised for Marco Silva's side on minute 32. Aston Villa, back to winning ways, they beat Leicester 2-1 away from home. Goals from Onana and John Duran ensured Villa got 3 points on the road. Nottingham Forest and Wolves, they shared the points. Both teams' goals coming very early on in this one. Chris Wood and Belgrade got the goals. Wolves, they remain winless so far going into the break. Well, it's that bad start for Forest, unbeaten in the first 3 on 5 points. Manchester City, the evening game, they were too good for West Ham. An Erling Haaland hat-trick settled the tie. It was a cracking game overall to watch though for the neutrals anyway. Sunday, Chelsea and Crystal Palace shared the points. Nicholas Jackson, he put Chelsea 1-0 up, and a fine equaliser from Eze made it 1-1. Newcastle, they beat Tottenham 2-1 at St James's Park. Goals from Barnes and Isaac secured the win for the Magpies. Spurs' goal was a Dan Burn own goal. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a cracker. He launches the ball just into the roof of the net. Not great goalkeeping from Pope either. And Manchester United, they got a drubbing at home to Liverpool, 3-0. Liverpool were just too good for United. Ten Hag, another woeful performance from his team against Liverpool yet again. Not good enough in my opinion. Get your comments in on that one. Luis Diaz, he scored 2 for Liverpool, and Mo Salah got on the score sheet as well. So there you go, like Premier League wise, like it's really heating up, but is it in danger of getting a bit boring as well? Like Man City, looks like they're just going to run away with it again. Look, they look good against West Ham. Fair play to West Ham as well. They look pretty decent also, but Erling Haaland just showing his quality. Another hat-trick, like, it's unbelievable. And when he gets through one-on-one, so clinical. You've got him in your team, you're going to be up there every season. I don't know if Arsenal and Liverpool can challenge them, but fair play to City. Arsenal, I mean, what do you think about that Declan Rice red card? To be honest, I thought it was an absolute joke. Another example of referees once again sticking their nose in. They don't know what they're doing. Like, if Rice picked the ball up and ran away with it, fine. Like, come on. Like, it was the 56th minute, wasn't it? Like, wasting time. Like, unbelievable, to be honest. And Referees, don't get me started on them. We spoke about the Newcastle-Bournemouth game, of course. But fair play to Brighton, by the way. Like, what are they doing there in terms of how they play football? It is unbelievable. New manager comes in, Herzl, from the German second division. Does not look out of place at all. They are so confident on the ball, so clinical. They turn possession around so quickly. Like, fair play to Brighton. I think it's going to be, a good season for them. Chelsea, typical Chelsea, 6-2 lost weekend, and then Palace at home, not clinical once again. Yes, Jackson scored, but you have to think if they had a striker on the pitch, it's probably a game they'd win. But they refused to buy a striker. They buy everybody fucking else, but they won't buy a striker. So Chelsea fans, that's just going to continue to happen. And then Manchester United, like, don't get me started here. Like, Erik ten Hag, what is he doing? Like, every time Liverpool come to Old Trafford, like, it's not even a close contest. Like, I've seen derbies in the past where Liverpool would come to Old Trafford with Vladimir Smicer, Stefan Oncho, Sami Hyypiä, Patrick Berger, what's his name, Hegum, Stig Inge Bjornaby. Players like that, and Manchester United are in their heyday, but it goes out the window in a derby game. But not this time around. No, every time an Erik ten Hag team is in charge, well, faces a big team, they never even lay a glove on them. All right, he's reminded us plenty of times he's won a couple of trophies. Yes, he won the FA Cup against City recently, but Manchester United are not a trophy team, are they? They're not a cup team, sorry. Like, they should be going for leagues. Like, the drop-off is insane, and they've done all this work in terms of the backroom staff, but I just think Ten Hag's a clown, to be honest with you. Like, you can get your comments in and disagree with me if you want, but he should have gone when you lost 7-0 at home to Liverpool. Since then, it's been a 5-0, now a 3-0. Look, that 3-0 could have been more as well. It was just embarrassing. So, Liverpool looking good though. Slot, fair play. Like, he's come in. Let's face it, he's got a ready-made team there. He's got Klopp's team, but, he hasn't tweaked anything. He's just come in, give those players some love, and really, injected a new lease of life, I suppose, when it comes to new ideas, new tactics. But Liverpool look very good. Can they get a whole pace? Who knows? You're chasing Man City. I mean, it's never easy, but a very good start from them as well. And look, the Premier League is up and running. I was, of course, at Goodison Park at the weekend, which is why, to be honest, this video is a day late, because I completely lost my voice for obvious reasons. Bournemouth, I was saying it up until 88th minute, to be honest. We were absolutely shocking. Never seen us play that badly, ever, in my history of watching Bournemouth live. I'd never seen us play that bad. We didn't lay a glove on Everton, didn't get near them, and then what happened? A 3-2 win. It was just unbelievable. Never seen anything like it. Of course, look, we did it at home to Luton, but different circumstances altogether. Like this, we played really bad, and it wasn't a typical Bournemouth performance at all. Like, normally we create chances. We didn't have a shot. We didn't test Pickford at all. He was giving us a little bit of stick, a little bit of abuse as well. Second half, we didn't test him at all, but that was just absolutely fucking crazy, that game. And that's why we love football, right? So yeah, the Premier League is shaping up massively. Bournemouth, really good start to the season as well. We're unbeaten. Look, we could have beat Newcastle last weekend as well if we didn't have some dodgy officiating, but it's been a great start. Shout out to Forest as well, obviously still unbeaten also in their start to the season. Lots going on, lots is going to unfold, but like I said, we've got to wait 2 bastard weeks now because of the Nations League, but don't get me started back on that again. But yeah, Premier League football, very interesting weekend there. So in the Championship, recently relegated Luton, they lost 2-1 at home to Queen's Park Rangers on Friday night. Burnley and Blackburn played out a 1-1 draw at Turf Moor. Foster for Burnley and Andy Vyman for Blackburn. Michael Carrick's Middlesbrough, they won 2-0 away at Cardiff. Cardiff still remain winless this season. Derby County got a 3-0 win at home to Bristol City. Leeds United, they beat Hull at Ellen Road 2-0. The goals come from Perrault and Matteo Joseph. They settled that one. Millwall, they got an impressive home win at home to Sheffield Wednesday 3-0. Oxford United, busy transfer window for them. We've covered them, spoke about them quite a bit. They got a 3-1 win against Preston. Preston actually took the lead after 3 minutes in that one. Plymouth, they lost 1-0 at home to Stoke. Milian Mayhoff in the 83rd minute settled that tie. Sunderland, they romped to a 3-1 win away at Portsmouth. Sunderland, top of the league, with a 100% record after 4 games. West Brom, they beat Swansea by 1-0. Coventry, they lost at home to Norwich by 1-0. Broja Sainz' goal settled that one. And Sheffield United, they beat Watford 1-0 at Bramall Lane. Over to the Netherlands now. Bit of Dutch Eredivisie report for you as AZ Alkmaar got a 3-0 win away at RKC Waalwijk. Almere City and Groningen, they played out a 1-1 draw. NEC Nijmegen got themselves a 3-0 win away at Fortuna. Heerenveen, a very impressive 4-0 win for them versus NAC Breda. Sparta Rotterdam, good win for them. They beat Willem II 2-1 away from home. Utrecht, they beat FC Twente 2-1 in a very tightly contested game. Zwolle, they beat Heracles 3-0, and PSV beat Go Ahead Eagles at home by 3-0. So it was eventful in Portugal going into the break. Benfica, they kicked things off. They could only manage a 1-1 draw away from home. It finished Santa Clara 2, New Boys AVS 1. It was 0-0 between Boa Vista and Estoril. Casapia got a crucial 1-0 win away at Estrela. Sporting Lisbon, they beat Porto 2-0 in the big one at the weekend. A Victor Gyökeres penalty and a 93rd minute goal from Jenny Catameo. Nacional beat Firenze 2-0. Rio Ave beat Arauca 1-0. It was 0-0 between Braga and Gil Vicente. And Victoria, they beat Famalicão 2-1. In Spain, Barcelona hammered Valladolid at the Nou Camp. 7-0 it finished. Goals from Lewandowski, Koundé, Dani Olmo, Torres and a Rafinha hat-trick. Barcelona are on 4 wins from 4 going into the break. Atletico Madrid got a 1-0 win away at Bilbao. It was a 92nd minute winner from Angel Correa in that one. Espanyol, they beat Vallecano 2-1 at home. And it was even later for them, the 96th minute this time, a winner from Aleo Veliz. Mallorca, they got a vital win. They beat Leganes 1-0 away from home. And it finished 1-1 between Valencia and Villarreal. Hugo Duro for Valencia, but the equaliser came from Villarreal's new man, ex-Newcastle of course, Ayoze Perez. Alaves, they beat Las Palmas 2-0. Goals from Carlos Vicente and new man Tony Martinez settled that one. Las Palmas still remain winless. Osasuna, they beat Celta Vigo at home 3-2. Cracking game there and a huge win for Osasuna. Sevilla, they lost at home 2-0 to Girona. What a performance for Girona. We've covered them a fair bit during our transfer shows. Their outgoings have been significant, but they bought very well. Goals from Ivan Martin and Abel Ruiz. He's one of the new guys who signed from Braga. Girona got the win. Sevilla, though, they remain winless after 4 games going into the break. It was 0-0 between Getafe and Real Sociedad. And Real Madrid, they got the 2-0 win at home to Real Betis. Both goals coming from new man Kylian Mbappe. In France, what a game to kick things off for the weekend. It was Lyon who ran out 4-3 winners at home to Strasbourg on Friday night. Goals from Tolisso, Maitland-Niles and Orban got the 3 points, and a crucial 3 as that was Lyon's first win this season. They lost the opening 2 before this. Brest, they beat Saint Etienne 4-0 at home. That's their first win of the season also. Saint Etienne, they are still winless after 3. A big win away from home for Nantes at Montpellier. 3-1 that finished. Goals from Matisse Abina, a penalty from Moses Simon, and substitute Mustafa Mohamed secured the 3 points. And speaking of 3 points, it was a big win for De Zerbi away at Toulouse as Marseille won 3-1. A double from new man Mason Greenwood settled it. We also seen a Charlie Creswell own goal as well. And it was 1-1 between Monaco and Lens. Denis Zakaria thought he won it for Monaco, scoring in minute 84, but a penalty from the Polish man Frankowski in minute 94 tied things up there. Dramatic scenes, and a big win for Nice, 4-1 away. They were also down to 10 men after minute 65 as well. New man Bombito, the Canadian centre-half who we covered in the MLS show, just moved to Nice. He got his second yellow, but that did not stop Nice from getting a convincing win. Le Havre beat Auxerre 3-1. Reims, they beat Rennes 2-1. And a big win for Paris Saint-Germain away from home. It was 3-1 in the game against Lille. Goals from Vitinha, Bradley Barcola and Kolo Muani settled that one. So in the Bundesliga, Union Berlin, they beat Sao Pauli 1-0. Benedikt Hollerbach's goal settled that one. Gladbach, they got a 2-0 win away at Bochum. That's their first 3 points after 2 games. Bochum, they remain winless after 2. It was a big win for Frankfurt at home to Hoffenheim. 3-1 it finished there. Wolfsburg, they got a very good 2-0 win away at Holstein Kiel. First half goals from Maximilian Arnold and the Belgian centre-back Sebastian Bornau settled that one. Stuttgart and Mainz, they played out a 3-3 draw. Unbelievable game, this one. Stuttgart's goals came from Enzo Milo, Löwling and Reider in minute 88. However, Mainz struck late. A 90th minute equaliser from Maxim Leitch. It was 0-0 in the game between Bremen and Borussia Dortmund. Nico Schlotterbeck being shown a red card there in that one for the away side. And what a game this was between Leverkusen, the reigning champions of course, and RB Leipzig. It finished 3-2 to the away side. Leverkusen, they were 2-0 up thanks to goals from Frimpong and Grimaldo, both wide fullbacks getting on the short score sheet. But Leipzig, they kept going. Kevin Campbell got one back right before half-time, before Luis Openda got a double in the second half to take all 3 points back to Leipzig. And Sunday saw new boys Heidenheim make it 2 wins from 2. A 4-0 thumping of Augsburg sent them top of the league, and that is joint top. That is level with Bayern Munich, because it was a second win of the season from them. Kane and Müller on the score sheet as they won 2-0. So look, that completes the roundup. Busy weekend of fixtures. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in. Thank you to the new subscribers as well. If you are new here and you like the video, hit subscribe. Doesn't hurt, of course, but we will do this. Well, you know, we do shows every single day, so we will have the news show every day as well, although football has paused for the most prestigious competition that there is in international football ever, the Nations League. Don't get me started, but we will be doing new shows, so make sure you subscribe. Of course, we will keep you up to date if anything breaks as well. And look out for the free transfer list show that we're going to do. We're also going to be doing a bit of a special. We're going to be asking the question this week, who won the transfer window? Who had the best window? We've got some very interesting nominations as well that we're going to put together for you and let you know exactly who we feel has had the best transfer window. So stick around for that. Thanks for joining in, and of course we will see you on the next one. All the best then. Take care.